Hi, I'm Kelsey, and today's class is what I'm calling morning seated yoga. So for the days when you don't want to hop out of bed and move your body, but maybe you need to move your body a little bit, so we'll be moving our spine in all directions, which is super important for you to do every day, but oftentimes we just kind of look over it, right? So it doesn't have to be morning. It could be a quick mid-afternoon pick-me-up. It could be any time of the day, just seated yoga. So you don't need any props, but I'm going to be using blocks and a bolster towards the end of the class because I'm going to be ending in a little bit of a seated breathing, I guess. Seated pranayama. So if you need anything, I like to have my hips propped up a little bit, so I also have a blanket that I'm sitting on. If you need to grab anything, you can go ahead and grab it. We'll get started. So to start it, we'll just come in and get some shoulder rolls going. All right, so we're going to go up, back, and down, just rolling our shoulders, loosening things up. Forget that sometimes my shoulders are always kind of like up here in my ears, so we're just going to roll them out. And then next we're going to go forward with them. So you'll go up, forward, down, back. It's kind of awkward going forward. And then you'll come back through to center and drop your shoulders down onto your back and take your chin to your chest. And then from here, take an inhale. And then exhale, you'll roll your right ear to your right shoulder. Inhaling back down through the center. Exhale to the left. Take an inhale here. Exhale through to center. Back to the right, inhaling. Exhale, down through to center, opposite side. Back down through to center, and then this time as you inhale to roll your ear to your right shoulder, we'll stay here for just a minute. So pausing, having our right ear to our right shoulder. If you'd like, you can take your left hand and crawl it out a little bit further, get a little bit of a deeper stretch. For me, I can feel it all down through my arm and my shoulder, my neck. And if you want to take your right hand, you can gently place it on top of your head, not cranking down, just adding a little bit of weight. Take a deep breath in and release. Take your right hand, if you had it on top, and just gently press your head back up. And then take your chin to your chest one more time. Inhaling to roll to the left and pausing here. Again, you can take your right hand, crawl it out to the side. You can take your left hand on top of your head if it feels nice. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Take your left hand and gently press your head back up to the center. And then next we're coming into some seated twists and bends. And if you've ever taken a class, for some reason this is what I always start my class with. I don't know why. It's hard to get out of the habit because I just love it so much. So you'll inhale your arms up. Extend your spine. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and bend up and over to the right. Take a few breaths here. Really getting into that side body. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale to come back through to center and just switch sides. So I'm not mirroring you today, in case you've noticed. My mirroring skills are subpar when it comes to this pregnancy brain. So inhale back up through to center and take your left hand to your right knee and twist. For some reason, I just can't get it. Take a few deep breaths here. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Come to the other side. Right hand, left knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling as you grow tall. Exhale, maybe you twist a little bit more. Maybe you don't. Don't have to. You do what feels good in your body. Take one last breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Come back through to center, and we'll take our right hand to the mat and then take your left hand up and over. So you're going to tuck your elbow back towards you as you're reaching through this left hand, and notice if you're collapsing here. Just kind of see if you can roll your chest open. Maybe you're going too far. If you're collapsing here and you need to come back up, roll that chest open. Making sure that our left sitting bone is rooted firmly down onto the ground as well. Lots of things happening. Inhale to come back up and just make your way over to the other side. Again, tucking that elbow in, making sure you're not rounding. My right side is a little bit tighter than my left, so I'm kind of finding myself rounding a little bit. Sometimes it's easier if I put my hand behind my head to remind myself not to collapse here. Take one last breath, inhale. Exhale. Inhale to come back up. From here, you're going to inhale. Take your hands behind your back, clasp them, grab your clothes, grab whatever you can. Puff up your chest. If you need to, you can keep your elbows bent here, or you can straighten them. Inhaling, just stretching through the chest and collarbones here. Take one last breath, inhale. Exhale to unwind. And from here, I'm going to invite you to forward fold. So it doesn't have to be a super long forward fold. You can just walk your hands out to as far as you're comfortable here and hold yourself up. Or as if it feels good, you can come all the way down. Again, you do you. Nobody is judging you here. You should not judge yourself here. Take a few breaths. My morning practice, sometimes I just like it to be really gentle and quiet. Take one more breath. Exhale, walk your way back up. And I want you to switch the grip of your feet. So whichever foot was crossed on top or in front, go ahead and cross them, and we're gonna come back down one more time just to kind of even those hips out. So I like to put on some gentle music. I like to do really mindful movement. I like to just be by myself, really. I feel like it's really something special to just have that alone, quiet time and to be in my body. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands back up. We're coming into some seated cat-cow, so I want you to place your hands on top of your knees, or it can be anywhere on your legs. So you'll inhale to rock your pelvis forward and extend your chest. Exhale to round the spine. So just normal cat-cow, just seated, right? Maybe you feel a little bit silly. Sometimes I do as well, but you know what? We're here, moving our bodies, moving our spines, getting all that, taking a few more rounds here. Last one, wherever you are, inhale to pull forward. Exhale, round your spine. Come back through to center, and now we're coming into a little bit of a Janu Shirsasana. So I'm gonna have my right leg out in front. I'm just grabbing my block because it feels better for me right now. My left leg is going to be bent in, kind of like a tree pose, right? So I have my heel flexed, or my foot flexed back towards my face. And I'm going to take an inhale, exhale to forward fold. My hamstring is a little tight today. That's why I have my block, and I'm just going to rest here for a few breaths. Just stretching into that hamstring. Just getting a nice little stretch this morning. It's not too much, not too little. Maybe it is too little for you and you need something else. That's fine. We're all different. Well, we all wake up different. We all wake up craving different things. Take an inhale breath here. And an exhale. And then from here, if you have the block, go ahead and remove it. So from here, we're going to come into a little bit of a baby wild thing / modified side plank. I'm going to turn to the side. This is what it will look like. You'll take your hand back. You'll pop up onto that left knee and just kind of reach over with your right hand. Take an inhale, exhale to come back down. And then we'll come to the opposite side. Left leg out straight, right leg in like a tree, flexing that foot back towards our face. Taking an inhale here, Exhaling to fold forward. So maybe if you're craving it, you can just add some gentle music. I'm listening to Ben Howard. He's my favorite for my mindful movement. Some Ben Howard and some beautiful chorus. Take an inhale breath. And an exhale. Inhale to walk your way back up. And again, coming into that little baby wild thing / modified side plank. Taking your right hand back, popping up onto that right knee, coming up. Left arm goes over your ear, pushing your hips forward. Take a breath. Exhale to come back down. So from here, we'll take our hands behind our back. And I'm going to give you the option. You can come into a reverse tabletop. So from here, hands are behind you, rolling your shoulders onto your back, pushing down into the heels and coming up into a tabletop, hips as high as you want. Or you can just stay right here. I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to have my hands behind me, pushing my chest up, inhaling, lifting up if you're coming into that reverse tabletop, taking a breath. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale to come down and release. So I'm going to give you another option here for you to come down onto your back for a figure 4. It'll look like this. Coming to the back, crossing the left ankle over the right, or you can stay up. I'm going to stay up because it doesn't feel as well as on my back as it used to. Left ankle crossing over right, and just gently here, being right here, right? So maybe this is enough for you. Maybe you need to shake from side to side, sway from side to side, not shake. And if you need a little bit more, you can always scoot your bum closer to your foot. Taking a couple breaths here, getting into those hips. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Replace the foot down. Switch sides. Right foot on top this time. Taking an inhale breath. And an exhale. Again, gently swaying from side to side, whether you're on your back or upright. Go ahead and take one final breath here. Inhaling. Exhale. And from here, we'll place our foot down. And next, we're coming into that little pranayama / savasana. So I'm going to have my bolster here and a block to just gently prop myself up a little bit. So from here, you can either lay down, you can stay sitting up, you can do whatever feels good to you right now in this moment. So just to settle in, we'll take a few breaths, inhaling, pausing at the top, sighing it out the mouth to let it go. One more time, inhale, pause at the top, sigh out the mouth to let it go. And here I invite you to just take your hands onto your belly, onto your heart, and just feel yourself breathe. Taking long, slow inhales, long, slow exhales. And just noticing the rise and fall. There's no specific technique here for this pranayama. Just simply breathing, simply being on our breath, simply being in our body. Noticing what it feels like to intentionally breathe and be here. Take a few more breaths here, inhaling, exhaling, One more time, inhale. Exhale. And I invite you to just take a simple Shavasana here, staying as long as you need to. Thank you guys for doing this class with me. I'll see you next week.